Around the SEC, brought to you by Precision Chemical and Equipment. Come check out our selection of Exmark, Yazoo Keys, and Dixon zero-turn radius mowers, located 1/2 mile south of Siegen on Airline Highway. The Auburn Tigers.
Well, Auburn's found its starting quarterback, at least for the season opener. Gene Chizik announced redshirt junior Barrett Trotter will start for the Tigers against Utah State September the 3rd. Trotter spent the spring battling sophomore Clint Mosley to replace Cam Newton. Then they were joined by true freshman Kyle Frazier this fall. Trotter is the only one of the three with game experience, appeared in 6 games last year, 6 of 9 passing for 64 yards. Barrett Trotter, the quarterback at Auburn.
The Alabama Crimson Tide.
Nick Saban says Alabama vetted 2 former Miami assistants before hiring them, found no NCAA issues. Saban said the university uncovered no compliance red flags on either offensive line coach Jeff Stoutland or director of football ops Joe Pannonzino. Both former Hurricane coaches were named in that Yahoo Sports report, alleging they steered recruits to that booster who's now in prison. Saban says if Stoutland or Pannonzino did anything wrong, quote, I'm sure they will get the appropriate punishment. But this is a unique perspective, and it comes from F. King Alexander, the president of Long Beach State University, who used to be the president at Murray State, where Joe Pannonzino was the head coach, and he gave an interview to the Long Beach Press-Telegram and said, quote, you must understand that in 2005, when I was president at Murray State, I fired our football coach, Joe Pannonzino, because of numerous incidents that occurred in our program under him that were quite bad. Well, Pannonzino immediately was hired by Miami, and he's one of the coaches who's been prominently mentioned by Shapiro in the current scandal. He's now the head of football operations at Alabama. This situation in Tuscaloosa could certainly get very interesting as well.
The Tennessee Volunteers.
Running backs Rajon Neal, Tom Smith, senior Torin Poole have all been hampered by nagging injuries this fall camp. Poole sat out Saturday's scrimmage with a minor ankle injury. Neal also sat out the scrimmage with a knee injury. Neal is not expected to play tomorrow either. Their true freshman, Tom Smith, is down now with a knee injury as well. Behind Poole last season, Tennessee didn't get much production. Neal and former Vol David Oku combined for 371 yards, so they're looking to get healthy at the running back position, looking to get more depth at the wideout position. Senior Anthony Anderson with redshirt sophomore Naz Oliver have been moved from the secondary to wide receiver, giving them a little depth at that position where they've been hampered by bumps and bruises. Anderson's also been a fixture on special teams the past couple of years, still remains in the mix to fill Tennessee's vacancy as a punt returner.
The Kentucky Wildcats.
And Kentucky's secondary took another hit yesterday. Joker Phillips announcing the departure of cornerback Jarrell Priester. 5'9" sophomore opted to leave the program, played in 9 games last year. Got several snaps as a backup corner, also played on special teams. Last week, Joker Phillips announced the departures of senior free safety Josh Gibbs and sophomore linebacker Quay Huzzy. And this story kind of surprised me a bit out of Lexington, actually out of Nashville. If you want to go to Kentucky's season opener against Western Kentucky, September the 1st, that opportunity is very much available. The CEO of the Nashville Sports Council said ticket sales are slow, very slow actually. Quote, we're a little befuddled, a little disappointed. Well, here's why. It's Kentucky and Western Kentucky, 2 sorry teams playing at 9:15 on a Thursday night. Why would anybody want to go to see this? Get a better game. You'll sell more tickets.
The Georgia Bulldogs.
And tailback Isaiah Crowell was able to get some limited work after missing 4 practices over the last 6 days due to that groin injury. Originally, Mark Richt predicted Crowell would return Friday. Fellow tailback Richard Samuel, sidelined with a strained thigh muscle, is not going to be back until sometime next week. Georgia yesterday holding a 2-hour special team scrimmage at Sanford Stadium yesterday. There you have it. That is around